Welcome to Clash of Health. It's January 11th, 2025. Today's message in the Akash had some cohesion to it, enough that I like to preface the reading. It seemed that we are going to continue to see the old collapse and things like takedowns of different people will occur, and there'll be plagues and disease and natural disasters as they've been occurring, possibly with greater frequency. And there'll be people who are unaware and very much in the mind, which will be the place of fear and not seeing the perfection of what's happening as just a prelude to the next phase of our existence. And I get a sense from today's message that one of the phases of our existence had to do with the Old Testament. And when we were in a place of worshiping like things that were not of the divine, like idols, and that the Judeo-Christian iteration was the New Testament, where we understood that there was something that was all-encompassing, God or source, that was where we were to direct our attention. And I get a sense that the next iteration is that, yes, God in source, but also that could be sourced from within. So through the inside, you will be able to perceive the outside with the truest lens. And this has to be done through the heart. So I'm going to read the message, and as things kind of pop up that I want to say about it, I will just interject. Do not be distraught. All is well. Nightfall will be dayfall, and dayfall will be nightfall. The apple cart will be upset. I saw stars, and I was told there'll be gifts from the stars, talismans of hope from yesteryears. And then at this point, I saw myself as like a wizard walking down the Akashic Records Hall, and I went into a room and I was told to look up Deuteronomy 14, which basically likens to the end of the paradigm where pagans, look to idols for sustenance. And then, the next iteration, it was the beginning of the next iteration, and that there were going to be light workers who lead the way. And that was like what I got out of Deuteronomy, and specifically 14, that there would be light workers who were going to lead the way. And I get a sense that, this community are light workers who are going to see the light beyond the darkness, so to speak, of what's next, and just kind of maybe be the way showers, potentially. And then I was told that the Bible is a sacred text. I was taken to the past, and I saw this field with these eyes and like spies, and the like farmers from like some Asian country. It could have been China or Vietnam or someplace like that. And they were unaware. The farmers were unaware that they were being spied on. Woe be gone came through. Future plasma. And I asked to see the future, and I was showed like this dark galaxy. I asked if a specific leader would be eliminated who was coming into power soon, and I was told yes. there'll be multiple realities playing out at once. So some people will be deeply seated into what's happening in the third dimension, and there'll be a sense of kind of hopelessness and helplessness, so to speak. And then there'll be other people who recognize that it's a choice to be caught up in lower energies. And um, I was told, loosen the grip on the life that you know so as to embrace the life that you don't know. And I got a sense that there'll be ETs from positive star systems, and the Andromedas came through in the Pleiades. Light workers are coming in for this phase, which they said was phase 2. And it'll be a choice to acknowledge the extraterrestrials or not, as people already have been doing. And they'll be slowly making themselves known more and more, where it'll be palatable for people to start to open their eyes to them if they so choose. And that the message after that was that we get lost in the weeds on a day-to-day basis, and there's a big picture, and it's not like this beautiful apple opening up into this new earth that we are going to be unraveling. We are and will be given many opportunities to see this next phase of existence, and there'll be a bifurcation of the two worlds, where some people will just kind of go down with the old one, and other people will choose to step into the new one. And got a little bit more insight into what happened yesterday with that homeless man, and that so much of what happens in our life is we have thought forms, and then they kind of manifest this entanglement. And as I was able to, like I mentioned yesterday, driving by the gas station where the person was and thinking how privileged I was, and then the next day seeing someone who's homeless. Well, beyond that, I was able to unravel so many pieces of the story yesterday that had to do with my own life story, not in obvious ways. And I'm not going to try to unbundle it right now because some of it's personal and has to do with family. But the more we have a recognition that we create our own reality, and that there is a reality that we maybe don't create, that we are living in and partaking in, and to be able to kind of tickle out which is which, that there is both a mirror and a window. And the more we recognize the mirror, the more we can accurately see the window of existence beyond our projection. It's important to unlock the keys to our hearts, and the answer for humanity truly rests here in the heart. The heart matrix is not the matrix that rests outside of ourselves. And then I was given a scroll and it said plague. There'll be a plague. Some people will leave this way. There are many exit points people will take. Sit and watch, resist the urge to partake. It's not necessary at this time. Follow the way to the truth, the inner and outer truth. And then Mr. Mustard, which is a song by Lennon, which apparently had to do with a man who lived in, I think, Scotland. And he was this mean man, and his wife divorced him because he was a mean man. And then the word hyperbole came up. There'll be unrest. There'll be wires connecting things. And then I was taken to this scene above Earth and saw like how beautiful Earth was, almost like a sunset. And then I was taken to Andromeda, and it was just this beautiful, beautiful place that had so much clean water. And I was given this elixir of clean water, and I was almost choking on it because I wasn't used to tasting it. And the message was like, that is going to be how Earth is in the next day, so to speak. So that's today's message. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or comments, I would welcome it. And if not, I will catch you probably Monday. I've got something I'm doing tomorrow, which is going to take up a good amount of my day. So Monday is probably when I'll do my next video. Have a good one.